Hello, hello, hello. Welcome into the Fab Fam this evening. Hello, everyone. Welcome, welcome, welcome. I hope everyone is having an excellent Wednesday. Welcome into the Fab Fam house. I'm glad to have everyone here. Hello, Mr. Havoc. It is wonderful to see you in the streams a little more. I am happy to have you around again. I hope you're having a wonderful day. And I love your uh, uh, chair, your computer chair you got. It's my favorite color. It looks like it's purple. I love it. Let's go, Havoc. Hello, Polar. I hope you've had an excellent day at school and everything has going well for you today. Hello, Ruff. Yes, Ruff peanut butter balls. Hello, Juju. Welcome in, everyone. Make yourself at home. We are about to start cooking. Ask questions, talk, whatever you like. Please make yourself at home in the Fab Fam house. Um, as you guys know, yeah, let's go Havoc. Purple, purple all the way. Um, so as you guys know, ooh, math test? No, math ain't my thing, Polar. No, no, no. I like history. I like science. Um, I liked reading. No English. No math for me. No, 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 no. Anyways, guys, as you guys know, in our Discord, I've been talking about how you can request to see me make something on stream if you want, and I will be happy to do that. Well, one of the correct requests in our Discord is from one of our wonderful mods of Rough Toilet Paper, and he wanted to see me make homemade peanut butter balls. So I'm going to be making that tonight, and I'm also wanting to show you guys something easy to do if you wanted something a little sweet or if you wanted something just to throw with something to either take to someone's house, or I've used these if someone's sick and people are preparing foods. I know our church sometimes has like prepared a dish where somebody will make a dessert, somebody will make this. This is an easy thing to do for that too, and they're called cake mix cookies. So we are going to make those, and I want to show you how simple and easy they are and how fast they are. And most everyone has everything in their cabinet if you cook at home to make these. That's how easy they are. So I just want to show you that. Havoc peanut butter balls are similar to a Reese peanut butter cup. But they're in a ball form, and my mom used to make them, my grandma used to make them. They're wonderful, they're my favorite thing, and we are going to be making those today. So let's get started with the peanut butter balls because I need to set the mixture in the freezer for just a minute to harden up a little bit. And then we're going to move on to the cake mix cookies while I'm doing that. And guys, I apologize. Tonight we will only be working with one camera, and it's going to be the camera over here because I need to get in my freezer for these peanut butter balls. And my second camera that goes and shows my stove, it sits on a block on top of my little freezer, my little chest freezer next to my stove. So I had to forego plugging that in tonight. So I was able to put those in that freezer. And so I'm going to bring the pot over to this table when I'm dipping so you guys can still see it and not miss one thing that's going on. So we're going to do that this evening. Let me stir this chocolate. I already have my double boiler going for the peanut butter balls. Uh, I'll show you what that looks like in a minute, but it houses water in the bottom and a pan on top, and you put paraffin wax and your chocolate to melt so it doesn't scorch, and that's what we'll dip those in. I will show you those in just a moment. Um, we're going to get started though. That's so funny, Bowler. Okay, so let's get started with the peanut butter balls. Okay, so in this bowl right here, I have the graham cracker crumbs. I went ahead and have those ground up. It is in the mixture for peanut butter balls, and it is 2 cups of graham cracker crumbs, okay? And so I went ahead and, like I said, I just had these already in here. So we have our 2 cups of graham cracker crumbs in here. Now we're going to add 1 1/4 cups of butter. And if you get the equivalent of that, that is 2 1/2 sticks of softened butter. So I already had my butter out getting soft here. So I'm going to put that right there in the bowl. And This is also something, so you guys know, you do not use a mixer on. This is a lot of stir labor work yourself, okay? Because if you use a mixer on this, all it's going to do is get hung in the beaters. Trust me. It is going to make you mad. Takes a lot of just arm strength and stirring. Normally I have Jeffro or cilantro stir this for me because sometimes it gets a little tough, but we're going to make it. And to be quite honest, I just don't like stirring it because it is just so, it is so tough. So we're going to do this by hand. Hey, Alice, let's go. I hope you've had a good day. So we have our graham crackers and our butter. And now we're going to add a cup of peanut butter, okay? You can use any you want. People have asked me if they can use crunchy peanut butter. That is completely up to you. I feel like this recipe is just better with creamy peanut butter. So I'm using creamy, and you want a cup of it, okay? So I have my peanut butter, and I'm going to measure out a cup of peanut butter. And I just use natural peanut butter. So I'm just measuring out some peanut butter into the measuring cup here till we get a cup of peanut butter. It's People have a brand preference, that's fine. It doesn't matter, obviously. It is totally up to you. So I'm just going to measure this out. Make sure you level it into the cup really well so that you make sure you have exactly a cup. Okay, so I have my cup of peanut butter and I'm going to dump this into here. Ruff, you sound like me, like I'm a peanut butter junkie. I think I'm the only kid that took peanut butter in grade school. When I was in elementary, my mom packed my lunch and she kept trying to swap it up and she was like, please let me make you something else. And I wanted peanut butter and either grape jelly, strawberry jelly, or peanut butter and honey. And I think I took that K through sixth grade. But I liked peanut butter. All the little kids thought I was poor and my mom and dad couldn't make me anything else. Little did they know that's what I wanted and requested. Okay. Now we have our cup of peanut butter. And I'm going to stir this a little bit. And then we're going to add in 2 cups of confectioner sugar, okay? Which is almost really 1 box of confectioner sugar. It's just shy of it a little bit. And I think, let me see where I do with my other measuring cup here. Hello, Hellbound. Welcome in. Happy Wednesday to you. Okay, so we got the peanut butter, the butter, the graham crackers in here. And we're going to do a little bit of stirring here. And this is one of those things where I've talked to you guys about mushy stirring. That's what we do here. You have to jab, mush, and stir to start getting this incorporated. Like I said, I don't like stirring this. This is usually a cilantro Jeffro job. And one of my sticks of butter isn't as soft as the rest of them, which doesn't make this easier because I forgot to set an extra stick out because I made cream cheese icing for the cookies we're going to make in a minute, and I had to have that softened, and I forgot. So I had to steal one that was already really soft for that. I'm jiggling my eggs over here on the table. I don't want to knock those off. This is really just kind of some arm strength stuff right here. Like I said, you don't want to use a mixer. All it does is get hung in the mixer blades. Thanks for the lark, White Storm. So all I'm doing is using my strength and I'm stirring. I am stirring. You just feel like you're going to have a robot arm. I remember when I was in high school, I actually started working part-time with my mom at the bakery she worked at as the cake decorator. And they made cookies and they had these huge industrial flour mixers. But there were just some things we had to stir by hand. And I remember thinking I was going to have Robocop or Terminator arm before it was over with. Let's go, White Storm, with the sub. Let's see, what is it? 11 months. Let's go, White Storm. Thank you for the sub. All right. You can kind of see the butter is like clumpy looking in here. Like I said, it's just, and it's really mushy. So, okay, now I'm going to start adding in, uh, rough, that's so funny. I'm going to start adding in the confectioner sugar a cup at a time. There's half a cup. Normally I sift it in, but my sifter is broken. I just ordered another one today. I like it really soft. Now we have a cup of confectioner sugar, and we're just stirring. Because I don't like the clumps of sugar in here, so I sift it. But my sifter is doo-doo, apparently. I hate these clumps. This is the clumpiest confectioner sugar I have ever gotten. That is a thing you need to do when you make this, is sift the confectioner sugar if you see any lumps in it. Because it is terrible, this bag is. It's like pebbles. Whew, my hand. Oh! Did you really buy him a shirt, Hellbound, a Butter Barn shirt? Did you find one? Yes, cilantro. I just tried to use it a minute ago for the cream cheese, and it's so pretty. I love it. It's so pretty, but the hinge thing keeps hanging in it, and the confectioner sugar keeps getting hung. So I just ordered a new one on Amazon that you crank instead. Hey, King Mason. No, because I think it's cool if you did Hellbound. If you ordered him one, I think that's cool. Because he kept saying on stream last night, if I had a Butterball shirt, I would wear it. And I was sitting there thinking, oh my gosh, I've got to find him one. And I also do vinyl cutting and have a machine. And I thought, if I can't find him one, I'm going to cut it out and iron it on and make him one. I didn't go looking for it yet, so that's cool. I'm so glad you found him one. That is awesome. Yes, I knew that was you, King Mason. You had said it was, and so I figured out that was you. That's cool. This has little white pebbles in it, and it's annoying me. It's the confectioner sugar. Okay, let me see. I'm going to get my sifter. I want to see if I can manage to get this to work for at least a cup, the last cup, because these little clumps are terrible in here. This is a new one too. I've only had it a little bit. Me and Cilantro got it. So I'm going to try this again. We're just going to do a half a cup at a time, and maybe I can get it to work. I just hate that the hinge broke. It just makes it so soft and gets all the clumps out. Please work for me. It'll work for a second, cilantro. And see this right here. See it's hung? And you have to bang it. This thing right here, that's what keeps getting hung, and it gets hung in there, and I have to like sit there and grab it real hard, and it'll finally let go. There it goes. And I was fighting with it today, and I was like, okay, I'm done with this. Tank top. Can you see Gran in a tank top? Yeah, we're gonna uh chat. We're gonna be getting a PO box. I'm hoping to go this week because they told me they had some open in a town near us, a little ways away. But uh, I'm gonna see if they do. Still have one open, and I'm gonna get us a PO box because people have been asking for one. So when I get my PO box, I'm gonna use it as my address, and I'm gonna mail Grand. I told Grand I'm making him some ginger snaps. So I'm gonna make Grand some ginger snaps. I wish I could find him some Butter Barn socks. I might order him some Butter Barn socks. Ah, it's hung again. Come on. You only have a half a cup left. Seriously. Just make it through this. It's not even one to come out. It's hung in there again. Butter Barn tattoo. No cilantro. Oh, come on. This is annoying. Let's see. This is like taking hours. It's going to take hours because it's hung in here again. I was hoping this would make it through this. Oh my gosh. 15 months. How's that even possible? What the heck, Callie girl? Let's go. Let's go. Let's freaking go. Thank you for the resub, Callie girl. I hope everyone is doing well up in Callie's household. Oh, Callie, look what I have. Hold on, Callie. Look what I just got before I started string, Callie. Look, Callie, look. Look what I have, Callie. It's the big size one. It's their huge size. Let's go. Mm. In case you guys in chat, Callie knows what that is. Don't know what that is a Cheerwine from Cookout Restaurant. The only place around here you can get Cheerwine in a restaurant. I ordered food at an Italian restaurant, pizza, and I had to go through the drive-thru and get me a Cheerwine. Oh, wow, you're so funny. I'm not a tattoo person, to be honest, Hellbound. I don't have one myself, but you know what? If my child got a tattoo one day, I would hope it would be something better than the Butter Barn, to be honest with you. Okay, I'm done wrestling with that. There's only a little left. Whew. Now let me finish stirring this. My arm is hurting. Okay, let me move this out of the way. I personally just never liked tattoos because I'm a kind of person that after a while, my living room gets on my nerves and I want to rearrange stuff. And I'm just kind of that kind of person, so I can't imagine putting something on my body that I can't change, like my clothes or my furniture. And my friend has one from high school that she hates now. And so like I'm sitting there thinking that's probably would be me. And I would go, okay, I'm over this. I don't want this anymore. Okay. Now, we pretty much got this stirred up now. So now what we have to do is we're going to set this over here in my freezer for a minute and let it harden up just a little bit so we can roll these into balls. Let me scrape this off. That is as simple as the mixture is. So let me set that over there. Pancakes grow with every place. And that's hilarious. I'm sipping on my cilantro. Okay, now I'm going to set this over here in my chest freezer to let this harden up just a little bit so we can roll it out. An Iron Giant tattoo. Cilantro, I wouldn't even want that on my body. Just, I know you like the movie, but if I ever had a tattoo, I always wanted it to be something symbolic, like I don't know, something to do with my grandfather and the America, or I don't know. I used to want Jesus fish around my ankle when I was younger, but oh no, I'm glad I didn't. My friend has something around her ankle, and she said she thought she was gonna die when she got it. Okay, now cake mix cookies. This is something really cool and easy to make. And let me see, I think I need another spatula because I used the one for the cookies. Hold on. Hello, Frank. What's up? Yeah, see, Callie, something like that. Like, I have a little signature that says "Love Mom" or something. I might do that, but then again, my mom, if she would haunt me. If you just knew my mom, if I put my mother's like "Love Mom" on me anywhere, I'm not kidding. I would be terrified that she would haunt me every night of my life. Because my mom was one of those like, do not put. She would. I could hear her. Do not put that on your body. Do not do that because that means you can't let me go. Like I could just hear my mom fussing at me. Just had to know my mom, Callie. Where is my scissors at? How's it going, Frank? Are you getting a Butter Barn shirt, Frank? I hear Gran might be getting a Butter Barn shirt. Are you going to get one, Frank? Okay, guys. So cake mix cookies. These are so easy. They are great to add. Little if you wanted just something small for dessert, something easy, or like I said, if you wanted something to take somewhere, or someone was taking food to someone sick and you had to be responsible for the dessert, this is easy. Oh, you do, Frank? Okay, cool, cool. We want pictures, Frank. Come on down to the Butter Barn. Okay, okay. So these cake mix cookies are so easy to make. And you can pick any flavor cake mix you want to. I'm a Duncan Hines person and I love strawberry. So these are strawberry. I also bought this to make some out of too. It's red velvet cake. Um, it is really good to use yellow cake mix or a white cake mix, and you can put stuff in like mini chocolate chips or sprinkles, peanuts, anything, walnuts, pecans, anything you want to into it to add to the cake mix is good too. So we're going to do this, and it is very simple. Doesn't take many ingredients. So you just have whatever flavor cake mix you want. And then, see, the reason these set up to be a cake versus like a cake cookie versus a cake is you're leaving the water out. You're going to leave the water out, which makes it runny. So we're going to put a half a cup of oil. So I got my vegetable oil here in my measuring cup. And we're going to take one cake mix and we're going to put half a cup of oil. Alrighty, got half a cup of oil in here. $99.99 for an 8 by 10. Okay, Frank. Okay, okay. Yes, Callie, I've actually seen them be Grinch cookies. You can add food coloring to the white ones or whatever. So I got my half a cup of oil, and then you add 2 eggs. So right here I have my egg keeper, and I'm going to get 2 eggs out. And we are going to put 2 eggs in here. And I have already preheated my oven to 350 degrees. Now, we're going to stir these up. And they're going to be thicker than a cake mix. Because some people I've shared this with are like, ooh, how are you going to make a cookie? Cake mixes are runny. Well, this is a little different because it's actually no water in it. Let me get some of this off here. These smell so delicious. These are the strawberry ones. I prefer to hand mix these two. No mixer. Now you can see it's a little thicker than a cake mix. These are the strawberry ones. Now, I am going to pull my tray over here. I just have a cookie sheet and I have a like a cookie liner thing in it. It's like my microphone is in my mouth tonight. Okay, so now I'm just going to take my scoop and I'm going to scoop some of these out on here. Make sure you spread them out a little bit. Some cake mixes seem to be a little runnier, you'll notice, than others, like certain flavors. I think lemon can get a little runny, and I did an orange one time, an orange sickle. We're just going to space these out a little bit. I like strawberry because I love strawberry cake. The strawberry ones are my favorite, and I put cream cheese icing on them. Chocolate ones are good too. Lots of kids like the chocolate ones. Okay, now we are going to stick these in the oven. And let's see, how long do I bake them? 9 to 10 minutes or until golden brown, okay? So I've got it on 350. Let me stick these in the oven. And it makes 12 cookies at a time on my cookie sheet. Whoops. Timer. Okay. Now, over on my stove, I have the chocolate melting for my peanut butter balls. So most of you might know what a double boiler is. Some of you don't. Let me show you. This is what a double boiler is. Okay. I've used this when I did the chocolate strawberries on stream, but underneath here is water. This pot has a rim and it sets into this pot. So ultimately, the water is hot and it is heating up this pot to melt your chocolate. When you're dealing with chocolate, chocolate can scorch, and you do not want chocolate scorching. So this allows the chocolate not to set directly onto the unit and burn. So um, this allows the chocolate to melt slow and smooth. And see how this is really runny. You want it to be. You take a little bitty, like a quarter piece of paraffin wax, put it in this pot first, and melt it completely. Paraffin wax comes in sheets, okay? I have some in this zip bag. I'll show you guys again. It comes in a box, and it's usually on the baking aisle. It looks like this, comes in a sheet. You only want a piece of paraffin wax about this big, okay? I break them into pieces. You put that in the pot, let that melt, and then once it's melted, you add 1 bag of chocolate chips. I use semi-sweets. It doesn't matter if it's miniature, big ones, it does not matter. Just add the chocolate chips. Let them melt slowly. And then you have the chocolate. It's thin like this, okay? So it's to make a coating. Because what happens, Ruff, if you don't have the paraffin wax and you just do the chocolate, it's more gooey, like my mom would say. Uh, it doesn't set up right and it can get clumpy. This makes it very creamy. The paraffin wax gives it a sheen, makes it very smooth. Like if I just melt chocolate, which I have for strawberries, it is totally different. If I put that chocolate, even though they're the same chips next to this, um, it is totally different. A lot of places that make gourmet candies and chocolates like chocolate chip bananas or strawberries, you will find that they put paraffin wax in their chocolate because it makes it smoothie, creamy, and it's very thin. It makes it into a dipping chocolate. It's very thin, like this. It is like just pouring off like water. So that way, when you dip, it gives it a nice coat, and it just goes on a lot smoother. So that is the purpose of that. So let me put this back over to the stove so the chocolate stays warm for me, okay? Now let me check on this peanut butter in here. Okay, it's thickened up a little bit. I'm going to pull it out. And then you'll just get a cookie sheet. You can put a piece of wax paper on it. And then you're going to pull it over here to the side. Just a cookie sheet with a piece of wax paper. And then you're going to just take your hands into the peanut butter mixture, pull a little bit out. I don't make these ginormous because they can get rich, but they're very addictive. And you just roll them into a nice little ball and put them on the cookie sheet. Okay, I just set it on the cookie sheet. And then I'm going to continue to do that. And then once I have these rolled out, I like to set these in the freezer for just a second to harden up just a little bit so that way it makes them easier to dip and they don't want to fall off of the toothpick. So I'm just going to roll these around here. And like that one seems a little gooey because just the top was really kind of chill enough on these. Once you Once you put them back in the freezer for a minute, they'll harden up for you good. They smell really delicious. Of course, everyone in this house eats these. We all like Reese peanut butter cups, so this we really like. Some of these are like really sloppy because this needed to probably harden up a little longer. Don't leave it in the freezer too long though, like I did one time. Holy moly, they were like, I let it sit out, I got it to be a rock. Okay. So has anybody did anything fun today or just work and school? I know I had work. Nothing that exciting. It did rain again here last night and storm and rain today. The flooding continues here in Tennessee. It is temperature dropped last night here. It got in the 30s last night and in the 40s today. My mama used to make these at Christmas time, and she would make a double batch. Let's go, Q-Man. Thank you for the host, sir. Howdy, howdy, hey ho. Happy Wednesday, Q-Man. Right. How be it going, Q-Man? Okay. Let me see if I can get these headphones off without getting peanut butter on them. All right. Sorry about that. Oh, how do you like the map? Q-Man, was it good? Now, I set those in the freezer for a minute, y'all. Let me check these cookies. They need like another minute, I think. It said 9 to 10 minutes. Those definitely need another minute. All right, let me move this peanut butter mixture out of my way for a minute. It's big. Is it just one map like the other one? Or is it like, the other one has the regular one and the spaceship one, I think it is? Does this one have like two designs or is it just one design, Q-Man? Oh, okay, cool, Q-Man. Hey, fish. Okay. Now, in this bowl, while my cookies finish here, in this bowl, I made some homemade cream cheese icing. And I pre-made that up. That's really easy. It's one like container or pouch, I guess you would say, block of cream cheese softened, one stick of butter, a little bit of vanilla that you put into this to make it, and a little bit of salt, and mix it up. It's like a fourth of a teaspoon, and there you go. You have your cream cheese icing. Really easy to make. Oh, and your confectioner sugar, of course. It has 3 cups of confectioner sugar. Okay, I'm gonna take these cookies out. Let them cool. Oh, okay, Q-Man. That's cool. Cool map then. All right. Now, I'm gonna take a sip of my cheer wine. Mmm, my cheer wine from Cookout. It's just so good. Now, I'm gonna give these peanut butter balls just a few more seconds in the freezer, and then I'm gonna bring over here to the table my double boiler with chocolate, so you guys can see me dip these. And all I do is simply just use toothpicks to dip these with. Okay. Let me see. Let me get a plate here and see if I can get off a few of these cookies. Ah, don't break. You can put them on a cooling rack or whatever. I'm just going to put them on this plate for now. So these are what they look like when they're done, the strawberry cookies. I'm just going to set them right here and let them cool for a minute because I don't want them to melt the icing. And then I'm going to show you guys what we can do to them to spruce them up. You can just make them if you want and just eat them like that. We've done that a lot. But we're going to ice these, and I'm just going to show you some little things you can do. All right, let me check these peanut butter balls. Okay, they need to set a little longer. I was hoping they would freeze faster than that. Let me see here. Everything is just not setting up right. Some of these things are harder to do on stream just because it takes a minute to get everything to set up just like you want it. so you're not rushing it and mess it up. So I'm going to open up these two. So I bought these little things. They're sprinkles. They just come in a package like this. And in here, there's all kinds of really cool sprinkles. These are just blue and white ones because that's what they had. They were on sale, the winter mix, but they're just different design sprinkles in there. And like I opened these two, and we're just going to ice in these a little bit, and you can put sprinkles on them if you want. Or like I said, if you were doing a different flavor cookie, you can mix chocolate chips into them or whatever you want. So I've made these for people to go with birthday parties, and normally I personally like to put my cream cheese in a piping bag with a tip and decorate them nicely. But if you're just eating them as a family and you're not wanting something fancy, then you can just use, I have a decorator spatula here, and you can just put a little bit of cream cheese icing, just kind of a little bit in the middle. You don't have to do a lot. And then you can, I'm just going to add a little bit of sprinkle. I did some white dust and just blue stars on it if you want to do something, and you have your cookie. 2 days. So April 2nd fish. I just kind of spread it in the middle. Like I said, I usually pipe them out of a piping bag, but cool fish. My mom's birthday was in April when she was alive. It was April 16th. My dad just had a birthday last week or week before. It was March 16th. I thought it was funny my parents were exactly a month apart. Turning 83. Oh my gosh, that's so funny. So look, there you go, guys. Some strawberry cookies with, just like I said, if you're not wanting to be fancy, you do not have to pipe these on. Just smear a little bit on top and you can decorate them. It's something for kids fun to make too, if you want. I enjoy making those. I'm going to get another plate out here. And if you want for storing purposes, if you're going to store these cookies, you don't have to decorate them all. Sometimes I've just decorated a few and then put some on in like a Tupperware container, and you can, put a little icing on as you eat them if you want, because you clearly can't stack these if you go on and pre-ice them. Okay. So we have these. And like I said, you could also eat these with no icing. They completely taste wonderful. So let me bring this over here. We're going to put some more on here. That first batch made 12 cookies. And this should finish it up actually right here. Now make sure when you have your chocolate for your peanut butter balls, like behind me, I'm watching them. Make sure you don't let the pot and the bottom run out of water or it will scorch. So this made 22 cookies. All right, now I'm going to put these in here for 10 minutes. And let's check this peanut butter balls now. I think I'm able to do these now. I'm going to pull this chocolate over here. And I'm going to get a couple of toothpicks out. I do about 4. And you just keep rotating them. So normally what I like to do is I like to set this on the edge so it brings the chocolate down and you have a bunch here for dipping. And I just stab it in there, dip it down, and let it drip off for a minute. And then there you go. These are a little soft still. This one is going to be hard to get out. It is so soft. I didn't get to let it drip off too much. And the toothpicks, as you see, come out pretty easy in these. And then once these have chocolate on them, we're going to put them back in the freezer so the shell hardens up. And I like to just rotate my tray around and kind of keep it close to the pot so that way it doesn't drip everywhere. Letting it drip. These are just irresistible too. It's one of those things that's kind of naughty. Because once you have them in the refrigerator, because what I do is I just take one of my like Pioneer Lady bowls, and once they're all hardened up, I dump them in a bowl, and they just kind of sit in the fridge. So it's like popping popcorn or something. You catch yourself going 1, 2, and then the next thing you hear is Jeffro going, "All those are gone already? I thought you just made them." And one batch, to be honest, does not make a terrible lot if you make them about this size, but they do get gone like terribly fast. Yes, rough. I like it. The position for dipping, it's a little easier. My mom taught me that trick. I use the fire out of my double boiler for lots of things, for melting stuff mostly, but there is one attachment thing, a different top pot for the double boiler you can get. and it has little bitty mini holes all in this top pot, and you can put vegetables in it and steam it when you put the lid on it because the water underneath comes up into the pot. It was a you could buy it to go with this double boiler, and you can steam vegetables in it. All right. These are my favorite thing. I guess I'm just a peanut butter junkie though. And I like Reese peanut butter cups, so we make these at Christmas. This is the only time we make these. We get them once a year. We make them at Christmas time. It's like a treat almost. All right. And when it's thin like this too, it's easy to let it drip off a little bit. It runs off easy, which is nice also. I honestly have about a bag and a half of chocolate melted in here. Sometimes I have extra left, but I would like to have enough instead of not enough because the recipe calls for one bag, but I just do a bag and a half. There we go. Now I'm going to set these back in the the freezer. Yeah, and what's cool with those cookies, Ruff, is you can do about any flavor you want to do. Okay, now I'm going to put this back upright and put them over here on the stove. And I have 2 minutes left on these cookies. I think I'm going to ice a few more cookies. Oh, I've got the hiccups again. I keep the hiccups, y'all. Cream cheese icing is so wonderful too. It's good and refreshing on stuff like I like making like an orange sickle cookie and putting it on it. It's nice. A lemon cookie. My dad likes a lemon cookie. I've made these for my dad with lemon cake mix. We make these at Halloween too and took a white cake mix and put some orange food coloring in it, and it made these light orange. And then my mom took the cream cheese and tinted it a light orange, and the oranges were a different color, so they kind of like looked cool together. And we put like we had little cats and pumpkin sprinkles, Frankenstein and stuff, and we put it on there. You can also do the cookies green. I've seen my mom do that, and put like an orange icing on it just to give it that Halloweeny color. But there you go. That's the cookies. I'm going to set those right here. And all right, all right. Her other cookies are done, I believe. And it finished up the rest of these cookies. Can turn the oven off. Now I can pull out the peanut butter balls from the freezer. Because once you put them in a bowl and put them in the fridge, they'll stay at a nice consistency. But they just kind of pull up like this. And just are nice and coated. And there you go. You have your peanut butter ball. So there you have it, chat. Cake mix cookies and peanut butter balls. It's that simple. Um, I'll put these recipes in the Discord. Uh, and you are more than welcome to make these. Um, and like I said, if anybody else has any requests, feel free to put those in Discord and I'll be happy to make those also. But anyways, guys, thanks for stopping by. Thanks for hanging out. I hope you guys enjoyed all of the goodies tonight. And come back tomorrow. Hang out with us for some probably Apex or Fortnite or something. Hang out with Cilantro. And then Friday, I'll be gaming. And then Saturday, we'll have another cooking stream, guys. I hope you all have an excellent, excellent afternoon. And please don't forget, make tomorrow a great one. And most importantly, don't forget to tell someone you love them. Have a great night. Bye bye.